friends, it is Angela, the Inquisitive Farm Wife. I'm bringing you a video from a totally different location today, somewhere we haven't been for a while, the farm stand. Here, let me let you take a quick tour first. The lighting isn't the best in here, but I think it'll work for today. First you come in and you see all sorts of goodies, including my homemade stuff, Pampered Chef, a few items I'm discounting. I sell my cheeses, my milk, which I'm out of, plenty of eggs, and a few crafty items, including my goat's milk soaps. And they're starting to run low. Gosh, I only have one of each of these. And although today I won't be making soap, I thought I'd sit in here at the desk and I'd show you how I package it before I sell it. I will apologize in advance if you can hear the air conditioner, but it's still warm here in Northeast Kansas on days, and I want it to be cool when I'm in here working or when my customers stop by for a visit. Today's video is brought to you because of a collaboration. Go figure, right? No, I love collaborations and everyone knows it. And I love sharing with all of you. So today I'm joining in on Soaping September. And our hosts are Mountain Grandma and Yogi Hollow Farm. Both really great channels. And I was so excited that I wanted to jump in on their open collaboration. And even though I'm not making soap with you today, I thought you might enjoy seeing what I do with the soap after it's made. This was a large batch of patchouli and rosemary soap. Patchouli is one of those soaps that seem to be pretty popular for me, but I personally could do without. My soap is definitely cured, and now it's time to do something with it. I wish you could smell it. I do love rosemary. It's actually one of my favorite. Maybe that's why I secretly snuck rosemary in here with it. I do like this one. So I like to inspect each bar before I get it ready, because I sell my soap here in the farm stand and sometimes at like farmers market and places like that. I have an old vegetable peeler, and I like to just kind of clean things up a bit. I'll go around and I'll get all the edges. It just makes it look a little bit more professional. And depending on the style of the top, I will do it too. You might notice that I have an old, see it's all rusty, just one I found at a thrift store, an old sheet pan, and then I have a disposable paper, which happens to just be parchment sheets that I usually use for baking, and it will gather up all this mess. Sure, I'll have a few rogue pieces here and there, but this makes it a lot easier to clean. And if I want, what I can actually do is take this, and you'll see in the end I'll have lots, and we can save this for another soaping project. As you know, around here, I waste nothing. So let's kind of see if on the camera we can compare. See how the edge is just a little more rounded? Either way you would package it would be totally fine. I just kind of like the smoothness of taking the time to do this. So I'm gonna set here, and we're just gonna continue to work on these bars of soap. So I just realized that everything I just did was not recorded. So I showed you my bars of soap have all been graded, and I took my sheet of parchment, and because I don't have any Ziploc bags out here, I folded this up. This parchment has wax on it, so it's hard for the tape to really stick to it, but I don't want this going everywhere, so I just kind of package this up until I can get in the house where I have Ziploc. We're gonna put that aside. And what I was telling you is you can take that grated soap and you can add a few basic ingredients to it and turn it into the soap that you put in a pump that's a liquid soap. So you can save those, you know, little scraps or in pieces. They can all be grated and turned into another kind of soap, which is super exciting. I have the stuff, I just haven't done it yet. If I ever get there, I'll try to take you along, but guys, that's just not top priority in my life right now. And because I do sell these, and before anyone asks, I do not have a webpage set up. Yes, I do sell them, I do ship them, but you would just have to reach out to me through email and we would have to work it out through that. I do not have the website built yet, and I do not have the time to do that, maybe this winter. That is a huge goal of mine. And these sheets I bought on Amazon, special plastic bags here. I want to put the top down because I want it to look nice and pretty. And what I'm gonna do here is I've got this little heat gun. I'm gonna turn it on. And it will just kind of stick to it here. And I'm gonna want to cut this off. And we're just gonna let that kind of stick over. It's very hot, be careful. And we're just gonna seal it like that. Just run it around here one more time. Make sure we got all those corners while it's hot. You can get these corners in. And now we have a nice sealed bar of soap. Let's do a couple together. Remember, the stream that comes out is very hot. Nice side in first, top in, bottom of the bag. Just get those corners, tap, tap. Around the sides. Now I'm ready to cut. I kind of want to fold this if I can, get it warm, tap it down, then we can finish it off. Just kind of go around it. You want to kind of keep a distance. You don't want it to get too hot or it'll break the seal. And there we have it. Ours all sealed up and ready for the next step. So we'll kind of set those aside. I've gotten on my computer here and I've made some labels, and it has, you know, all the information that you need on here. It's got what kind of soap it is, what the ingredients are, and then myself, and then, you know, whatever information that I need, that I need to put on there. This is a basic program that I did it on. I believe it actually might be on Avery.com. What I do is I get just paper, just random paper, and it's always good to get them like after the holidays or something. Look and see if we can find something I think that might kind of match in with that. This is just the little extra stuff that makes a difference. Wow, that one kind of looks cool with that. What do you think, guys? Oh, but there's only one, and I want to find one that has 2 or 3 sheets. I think the polka dots would get lost. That might be kind of cool. Those colors are good. Let's go with this one. 1, 2, okay, we've got 3 full sheets, because I've got lots and lots of bars. So to me, this doesn't necessarily look like a holiday. This almost looks like a compass or just some random design. But once you cut it, even if it was holiday, half the time you don't even know. So that's the fun thing here. So now I'm gonna get my cutter, and this, I believe, I just got it one of those crafty stores, you know, like a Hobby Lobby or something. And what I wanna do is I can cut, I think, all three at the same time. These are 12 inches. So I'm just gonna cut these into 1-inch strips. So I didn't tell you a lot about the soap that I made other than it was patchouli and rosemary. All my soaps at this time are currently made with goat's milk, and they are made from the goats that live on my farm, and I hand milk them during season every day. And you know, you end up getting lots of milk and you never really know 100% what to do with it. I've made all sorts of food recipes. I mean, all kinds of cheeses and caramel sauces and just all sorts of lovely things. Iced creams. I have videos on many of them. Feta and on and on. But anyway, before I even got adventurous doing those kinds of things, I decided I wanted to try to make soap because I'd heard so much about goat's milk soap. So I do a hot process soap where it needs to cure for several weeks before you can use it. But my daughter is very sensitive to soaps, and I thought I'm gonna give this a try, and I made an oatmeal and honey soap for her, and her skin did not react and she absolutely loves it. So that is one of the biggest reasons I got started on making goat's milk soap. So I can't remember, we're gonna have to kind of test this out. This piece is gonna go all the way around here. So let's measure this out. I want it to go at least to this fold. So not quite half. I'm gonna see what would happen if I divided it in half. How close can we get? Because it will. I think because I've got this plastic on here, I think I could go ahead and cut these in half. We'll do just a few this way. Normally I would cut it longer so that I could let the paper overlap, but I don't think that with the plastic that's going to be necessary. To go look for videos on how people wrap their soaps, I couldn't find any, and I thought, you know, even though I don't have time to make a soap today and show you how to do that, I can show you a process of something I looked for and couldn't find. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of push those together, and I'm gonna tape that right on there. And so this is it's not gonna move, okay? It's stuck on there. This really probably, like I said, it isn't a necessary step anymore because now that I cover it with the plastic, you'll see this next step that I go through. I'm gonna move this aside for a second, which is to cut these pieces. These are going to be about 2 inches wide. And we'll come back to this bar of soap that we were just at. And I want to make sure that, you know, I'm going to cover that little spot here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to center this the best I can. I'm going to wrap this around. It takes up a lot of the bar. And then what we're gonna do is grab our tape, and there we have it. Now this will slide up and down, and if you don't like that, if you're worried that it's gonna shrink, I'll tell you what you can do. You can take a little bit of tape, roll it in a circle, stick it on here, And that is going to hold that right on there. You can do it on either side. And then now your bar of soap doesn't move. So now your packaging stays on there and people can see. And it still shows kind of a peekaboo of what the soap looks like. A little close up for you. You can see on the front, we try to put it evenly as possible. That side's blank. This side has all of our ingredients on it. And then on the back is my information. I really appreciate you coming to the farm stand with me today and helping me wrap up my packages of soap that I needed to get done. It was a good time together. Come back again. Bye for now.